Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. It is April 18th, Thursday, and we are going to be talking about getting a tax return. Hopefully, you are getting a tax return. Hopefully, you filed your taxes because you're not going to get money back on your taxes if you don't file. And if you owe money, then sadly, half of this is probably not for you, but keep listening. I'm going to get through the tax part pretty quickly, and the second half is definitely going to be for you. So, as you probably can tell from my eyes diverting to my other screen, I have my other screen open here. And how to use your tax money if you want to buy a home. Well, it's pretty simple. We don't need to go over it in great depth. If your goal is to stop renting and buy a home, then once you figured out what your tax return is, let's get together with either me or one of my lenders or both of us. Either way you want to start is fine with us. The average tax return for this year is up by 6.1%. So a lot of people are getting money back or maybe a little bit extra money back. So if you are expecting some money back, here's some things that you can do with your tax return. You can help save for a down payment. Now, before you go and pay off every bill you have, which is great and it's noble and it's admirable, talk to one of the lenders first because a lot of times what happens will people will pay off all of their debt and then they have no money left to buy. It's okay to be carrying a little bit of debt. In a perfect world, yes, you're going to get rid of it. But before you just take 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 10,000, whatever it is that you're getting back, um, definitely consult with one of our lenders before then so you can make sure you're using it appropriately. You can save for your down payment, you can save for closing costs, and you can even use it to lower your mortgage rate. A lot of lenders have things where you can buy down, you can get your interest rate down, so you can get your mortgage rate down, and you can save money month after month on your mortgage as well. There's a lot of things. Use your money for something that's going to help you later. Just do this. This is one of the sayings that I say over and over again. I didn't make it up, but do something that tomorrow's self is going to thank you for, or do something that your future self is going to thank you for. 6 months from now, Randy is going to be very happy that you didn't eat the dessert tonight for dinner. So that's my little personal example here. The other thing I wanted to talk about is it better to buy or rent right now? So we've seen rental prices go up quite a bit, and they're pretty much keeping pace with purchase prices here. There's lots of headlines out there. In some places, it might actually be cheaper to rent if you're just comparing apples to apples. If you're just saying like, what's the average rent for a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom townhouse, and maybe to rent it, it's 1,500, but to buy it, it's 1,600. So in that case, it would be, month to month, just average there. It might be $100 cheaper. However, there's a lot of other things to consider when you're talking about that. So let's share my screen here. Okay. And there it is. Okay. So if the monthly mortgage, this is based on the median asking rent in 50 largest metros. So obviously there's no average for the entire world or anything like that, but for different things here. So this is 2 bedrooms, 1889. So we're going to consider that in this scenario, if you're buying a home and the monthly mortgage is 2040, you're probably looking at either a 2 or 3-bedroom house. So in this case, these are going to be pretty close. Now, here is where the rubber meets the road. If you were to buy a house for $400,000, based on the appreciation that we're seeing, and this is a national appreciation, it's not even indexed for what we're seeing here, which is even higher. But you would have a minimum in this area, you would have a minimum of $483,000 in home value, which would give you $83,385. And that doesn't even count the fact that every month you're paying it down a little bit. So the amount of equity you have in your home grows over and over again. So the bottom line is that you're going to come out way ahead. We're talking about tens of thousands of dollars, if not $100,000 ahead that you're going to come by buying rather than renting. If you want to see the specific numbers for you, please let me know. I'd be happy to do that and happy to show you exactly what that looks like. There we go. Now it's not all fuzzy and run those numbers for you. So between now and then, file your taxes, get as much money as you can saved up. Don't spend it all. Give us a call and we can help you show how you can do that. Last point here is leverage. When you buy a home, you're probably putting down 3.5% or maybe 5 or even 10% on the value of a home. If you're buying a $400,000 home, you might be putting down, let's say, $15,000. That $15,000 gives you the right to own that entire $400,000 home right from day one. And you get all the benefits of it as well. All you have to do is pay the mortgage every month, and the bank lets you get credit for everything that home increases. So instead of getting a 5% return on 15 grand, which would be, is that $750? I think $750 a year that it would go up. Yeah, that's what it would be. So every 2 years, you get about $1,500. You're going to get the 5% of the entire 400,000. So you're going to see your equity increasing by roughly $20,000 a year. So ask yourself, can you save $20,000 in a year? No, you can if you buy a house. Let me leave you with that thought. Call me if you have more questions about that, or email me or message me, and I'll talk to you then. Have a great one.